All right, it's recording. Cool. What's up, everybody? This is Emmanuel at Gamble Quest. Gamble Quest is a podcast and YouTube channel. And today we're going to be interviewing Mike, aka the Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? I still remember for you from the app. I had you saved under the Prodigy and not Mike. That's why I was like, do I got his number or not? Um, but first thing I want to say is, bro, thank you for taking time out your day and speaking with me, man. I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy man. You work, you got the family and the kids, man. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, thank you.
No problem, bro. Let's just jump right into it, bro. And then we'll get the backstory, like where you're from and things like that. Okay. So Mike, I seen you just had a tournament score not too long ago, right?
Yeah,
Can you tell me
yeah.
about that? What tournament was it? What was the buy-in? What was the game structure? Can you give me what was happening with that?
So that one was is over at TGT, the dog track in Tampa.
Okay.
Um, so buy in there, I believe it was like a $90 tournament. Um, yeah, decent structure. I want to say the starting stacks with about 20-25K.
Okay.
Um, now I think it was 100 or so players, 119 or somewhere around there. A little bit over 100 players.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, um, top nine, I believe, made the money. It was the final table. Everybody at the final table made the money.
Nice.
First place prize was about 3K.
Okay.
I cashed about 22 in second place.
Nice.
Um, yeah, so yeah, $90 buy-in to 22 is a decent score. Um, but I mean, I played well. I had some people in the back cheering me on. Vern was there. A couple other guys that played with Vern were there cheering me on. It was a tough final table. We had a crazy guy on the final table, but yeah, he got me with a 8-3 offsuit against Ace Queen. I pushed all in because the blinds were about like 50 or so. I think I had like 300,000. He was chip leader, and I'm on the big blind, so I'm already pretty much more than third of my stack in. So, I just pushed ace queen off suit, and then flop comes. It's like 8-7-3. He flops two pair with 8-3 off suit, and I didn't hit a pair. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
But made second place money though after about 6 hours total. I think I
Okay.
started around like 6:45. Game ended right at the close around like 1:45, about 2 o'clock ish. But yeah, it was a decent tournament. I battled my hardest. I got the second place. I was trying to get first, but second place is decent still too.
Yeah, man, it's so hard to even get to the final table in tournaments, man. You got to get so lucky, and
Mm.
it seems like those blinds. What was the blind structure? Did they go up every half an hour, every 20 minutes?
So that blind structure was I want to say it was every 20 minutes there.
20 minutes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Those they go up pretty quick. Um,
Mm.
so Mike, how often do you actually play? Do you play a lot? Because I know you work and you got the family and everything. How often do you play? And do you prefer cash or do you prefer tournaments? Which one do you prefer?
So I prefer cash. But I mean, I mix it up here and there. I probably play tournaments maybe like once or twice a month. Just slowly, getting back into the game and
Mhm.
you know, balancing home life and then outside life.
Mhm.
So now more trying to do more business. So I have a business and everything, J Legacy,
Mhm.
uh, LLC. So um, really just trying to find that balance right now. But before I used to play a lot more
Mhm.
cash than I do now. Probably play maybe once a week now.
Mhm.
Um, but before, I used to play maybe 4 or 5 times out of the week. But now it's just more because I got 4 kids now. I got a
Mhm.
newborn that was just born in October last year.
Okay,
So she's about
congratulations, bro.
7 months. Thank you. So yeah, more so just trying to find my balance right now. This transition, having a kid, and
Mhm.
everything like that. Now having four, but
Mhm.
um, but yeah, definitely looking to play more, mix it up a little bit more, but mostly cash at the moment.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So, where are you from, and how did you get involved with poker? And like, what was your first experience with gambling? Did it start with poker, or was it something else, and then you transitioned over to poker? But where you from, and how did you get into gambling?
So I'm from Harlem, New York City.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, moved down here officially around like 15, 16, but bounced back a lot between here and New York City when I was younger. But actually state official down here. And how I got into gambling, really, it was I met my wife 2013, um, and her family was in town. So, they, of course, they want to see the city, of course. They want to get out and about. And her grandma actually plays bingo up in Connecticut. So she's like, oh, you guys have a casino. Let's go to the casino. And yeah, went to the casino for the first time. And, I was 18 going on 19 at the time. So the only place that I could play was in the casino poker room. So I was
Okay.
way back in the old poker room where, it's where the food court is. But yeah, went in there, with like $100, sat down at a 1-2. And I learned there, like in like the little 2-3 hours that I played. I won like $300. It excited me like to actually like win some money, like take
Yeah.
them out and treat them. So I was like, oh, I could actually do this. So I started watching YouTube videos and stuff like that on how to play poker and like betting strategies and stuff like that. And that was 2013, so that was 12 years ago.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, from there, just started playing more and more every day, and then yeah, now I'm here.
So you didn't know anything about poker until you went to that casino and played the 1-2 game?
Yeah, so
Wow.
nothing at all. I sat down on the table, and they explained everything to me. There's a guy to my right, older gentleman, and
Hmm.
he was just explaining, different ways you go in. I was getting a couple of hands off of luck, and then
Hmm.
yeah, I was bluffing a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know, so it's like, and now that I know that I know poker, it's more like I can kind of see why I was such a threat, because I don't know what I'm doing. So do I have a good hand or do I not
Hmm.
have a good hand? So you gotta be cautious of the new players, because they're
Yeah.
only playing a set amount of hands, and then it's like they're only playing the better hands because they just learned. So if you're telling them, hey, only play aces, kings, and stuff, and or whatever, that's all they're gonna play. So at
Yeah.
times where it's like the guy's telling me, oh yeah, this is a good hand, that's a good hand. I'm like, okay, so what do I do with this hand? He's like, oh, well, I would put all in. So I would just put all in, and just picking up, little small raises here when they raise 10, $20, and
Hmm.
just the little bit adds up, and yeah, I left a couple $100 that night.
Definitely, definitely. So you don't transition to playing home games, playing tournaments, cash games, and you also played on the app. The
Yeah.
Club GG app. Uh,
Mhm.
and my opinion is, I think the app is harder than live, and live poker. What's your thoughts on the app poker when you play in the club?
So when I play in the club, I love the club, like Club GG, like
Yeah,
Crank Nation. Man,
yeah,
I love that, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I really go in there and I'm just like, man, like I can't get any like live tells. Like it's like it's much more difficult to play, and then especially it's PLO. I'm decent in PLO, but
hmm,
man, those guys in there, especially you, like your game in there is. I just sometimes I'll go in and I'll watch you because I'm just like, man, this is interesting. Like what I mean, like
yeah,
the way you bet, like the way you handle the table and everything. Like I mean, I applaud you on that one, because man, it is very difficult in there, and
yeah,
yeah, you're much better than me at that. But
yeah.
but, I prefer more live.
Hmm.
But I still mix it up, in Club GG, because it is
Hmm.
a great app to be in. If you're not in Crank Nation, I would definitely say get in Crank Nation.
Appreciate
But
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I learned the game of PLO, because I initially went in there just to play Hold'em, but Hold'em never ran, so I had to start playing PLO, and
Mm,
that's how I learned the game of PLO, is playing on the app, and it's a good way to learn how to play because you get so many hands so quickly. But it
mm.
could get dangerous too, because like I say, so many hands come quickly. You're playing for low stakes, but so many hands are coming out so quick that you can lose a lot or win a lot in a short amount of time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and I also met you playing poker at Vern House. Uh, don't know if I will say that, but but yeah, we played a little fun home game at Vern House. And do you enjoy playing home games opposed to going to casino?
So the home games I do prefer, because I go to a lot of home games. There was a time, where, um, I left my job and I actually played poker just professionally for about like 2 years. I
Oh
was going
wow.
from yeah, and it was crazy, but I had kids, so I had to slow down on that because I was traveling a lot. So I would go from here up to MGM in Springfield, Foxwoods. I'd be all over Hollywood. Um, so I mean, I was playing decent. I worked my way up to 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, had a decent bankroll, but it was just the swings. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was a crazy swing. I'd be up like 10K and then down like 20. So it was like it
Mm-hmm.
was crazy. But yeah, I prefer the home games because it's more of a friendlier atmosphere and less pressure, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And just all around like the vibe, the feels, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just better for me mentally because in the casinos, you could just be on tilt and some guy just needles you and it's just like it gets to your head. But amongst friends, needling is encouraged. It's like, oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
gonna get you. So it's more
Yeah.
of a less stressful experience. So I do prefer home games, especially Burns, because I mean
Okay.
I'm there all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely prefer them more.
That's what's up. I want to take it back to the time you were playing poker for a living for those 2 years. Did
Mhm.
you feel was there a lot more pressure playing for a living than it is now, where you kind of you got your job or whatever, so you're not really solely dependent on poker.
Mhm.
Was it more pressure back then?
Oh yeah, the pressure was on because it was like this is how I'm eating, this is how I'm surviving, I'm paying the bills, and
Hmm.
like losing 10K, no matter whether you got it or not, it still hurts. Like
Absolutely.
that's a lot of money. So so yeah, it's definitely more pressure, but it's part of life, taking those risks and actually getting out. So I mean, I learned a lot, about myself and a lot about the world really and other people. Met some good people. I got to meet Brad Owen, Rampage, a lot of decent players. I played it up with, mix it up with and everything in the poker world.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it was decent for the time that it lasted, but now I'm a family man, so I gotta gotta tone it down a little bit. But
Yeah,
I mean, I would definitely do it again, definitely.
definitely. I'm gonna go back to something that you said. But I actually have never solely depended on poker. It was always like a side hustle or some way to supplement my income. I do take it serious and I play seriously, but I never solely had to depend on poker. So I don't think I would. I don't think me personally. I don't think I would enjoy the game as much if I solely had to depend on poker and just to win. To make a living. Because it's like if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. Like okay, I'm going to work. You know what I mean? I got a check coming. You know what I mean? So I applaud you, bro, because it's not an easy thing to do. I don't think it'd be an easy thing to do for me. I should say. You said you learned a lot about yourself during that time when you was playing poker for a living. What are some of the things that you learned about yourself and learned about others as you were going through that process in your life?
Really, what I would say I learned about myself really was just like how hard I could actually go because we put limitations on ourselves like all the time. Like it's just it's crazy how much in our head we get just about anything, and it's just actually going out there and doing it. It's I don't know, it's liberating, honestly. Like it felt great, and then I learned that I can like just do whatever I put my mind to, and I was doing it for the 2 years. Is going from working a 9 to 5 to actually being out to where I'm solely dependent on me and how skilled I am at what I do. So it was like, you know, just learning that about myself and learning that I can trust myself to do whatever I put my mind to. And yeah, just getting to it. And then, what I learned about other people, I would say, just it's more so um how can I say it? Like just getting out there, meeting people and everything
Hmm.
and understanding that, not everybody else is out to get you. Everybody, is in their own world. So, I was young at the time. I was maybe 20, 21 at the time. So,
Hmm.
I had a different view on the world. So, just
Hmm.
getting out and traveling and seeing different things, it kind of changed my perspective, on gambling, on just everything in general, and how friendly people are. And it's just, I don't know, it just made me realize a lot more and open my world up to actually get out like that and
Hmm.
and gamble.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It was gambling, but yeah.
It is definitely a social aspect of poker. I met some cool people playing poker. I met one of my best friends now playing poker, man. So you can meet a lot of people from all different walks of life.
Mm.
I want to ask you, Mike, how do you work on your game? Like, how do you study, watching videos? Do you read books? Do you use some type of software or program? Like, how do you work on your game to improve your game?
To improve my game, um, honestly, I mainly watch, a lot of other guys play, see how they're playing, and then just really just getting out there. I'm more of a heads on. I just get in the mix, and I learn as I go. Um, I mean, I do want to get a couple of people's books, but that's later on down the road. But I mean, I think my game right now is decent for the stakes that I play. But
Hmm.
as I move up to higher stakes, I do want to play more. But yeah, Brad Owen mainly. I really watch a lot of his videos. He has charts on there, and he has coaching and everything. I never really got too much into um, actually like seeing different things like coaching wise.
Hmm.
But I mean, I do eventually.
Hmm.
As of right now, like I said, my game, I'm pretty decent. I make decent income. I still, like
Hmm.
I said, I work and got the business, so it's not really too much pressure for me at the moment. But I definitely do want to learn more and improve my game better to go to the next level, play higher stakes, and actually maybe get on TV.
Definitely, definitely. Hey, man, like you say, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I solely believe that too. Anything you really focus in and really dedicated to, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's in your mind, like you say, we put a lot of limitations on us because maybe somebody else can't do it, or maybe they try to discourage us. But anything, I promise, anything that we put our mind to, we can do. And I solely
Mm-hmm.
believe that. I'm glad you said that. Tell me about your business. The J, what is it called? J Legacy.
Yeah, so it's J Legacy LLC. You can actually, if you go to my Instagram, I have the link in my bio. You can go to the page. But yeah, I make custom T-shirts, tumblers, really anything that you think of, I can make it. Honestly, just
Okay.
put my mind to it, I can make it. But right now, I'm doing custom T-shirts. You know, I, I'm a chef at the Hard Rock, so we have what's every like couple of months they'll have soccer games or basketball games, tournaments, one restaurant against the other, pretty much like that. So yeah, I made a couple of T-shirts for the teams there and stuff like that. Try to push myself outwards, um, and actually do this full time, and actually later on down the line, get a storefront and everything like that. A little bit of Amazon, a little bit of eBay here and there, Etsy,
Hmm.
but yeah.
That's what's up, man. I just want to back up a little bit. So you from Harlem? When did you actually move to? Did you move straight to Florida from Harlem?
Yeah, my mother and father, they were back and forth a lot when I was around like 7 or 8, and then about permanently a couple of years after that, like we actually stayed down here, no going back at all. But
Mhm.
been down here without going back since I was like 13. I haven't been back since maybe pre-COVID. I was up there, to see
Mhm.
some family, but haven't been back for maybe 15 years.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
but I'm originally from there.
Okay. Well, now you're a chef at the Hard Rock. Now, is it? I didn't. Can you? So you are able to play poker even though you work at the Hard Rock?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not. Okay. Okay.
No, no.
Okay. All
So,
right. All right.
no matter of fact, recently when you see me, so um, my notice is in, so I'm no pretty much no longer technically there.
Okay.
Um, but there's still events or whatever and stuff like that that are, we'll just leave it at that. But
Okay. Okay.
long story short, no, technically.
Okay, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I just heard like any type of employee or whatever, but we'll skip that, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but I want to bring up some things. It's something I'm kind of new doing new with my guests.
Mm,
When I say something, just tell me your first thoughts that come to your mind. Okay.
okay.
Uh, Gambling.
Ooh, first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your first thoughts on gambling?
jackpots.
Jackpot.
That's the first thing I think about. Winning big, jackpots.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Hard Rock.
Blackjack.
Blackjack. Okay.
Yeah.
So you play other games as well, not only just poker.
Not at the moment. I'm still on a wait, but yeah,
Okay.
definitely blackjack.
Okay.
Baccarat
Okay.
too, but blackjack's first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay. New York.
Ooh, snow.
No. Okay.
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
Snow.
Is that where most of your family's at? Is New York?
Yeah, actually, I have family all over except in Long Island. So any other borough that I go into, I have family like a cousin or an aunt or someone's house I can stay at all over. That's my immediate family is here, but
Okay.
cousins, aunts, everybody else is New York.
Okay. Um, Pocket Aces.
Oh man, all in or fold.
All in the fall. No in between.
No in between, man. It's just
You can never
all in
fold
or fold.
aces.
I look. I've had to in my, like when four people are jamming all in on the flop. Sometimes you just gotta let them go, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it's
Of
tough.
course, yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
tough. Like it
and
hurts.
in that aspect, you're right. If it's four people going all in on the flop, your aces are probably going to be no good. Your aces, if there's four people going to the flop anyway, your aces are probably going to be go down. You know what I mean? As far as holding up, especially PLO. I'm
Mm,
telling you, PLO aces. uh, Sometimes they good, but majority of times they not. When you going multi way to the flop.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna do a couple more. Um, Music. What's your favorite genre of music? Who you listen to? What's the first thing come to your
Ooh.
mind?
Ooh. First thing that comes to mind about music,
And
definitely
I'm
Nas.
Nas. I'm interested because you're from up north. I'm from Florida, so I know we got a different. We got different sometimes different opinions and stuff on music. So is
Yeah.
is Nas the best?
I definitely think Nas is number one, man. Nas is definitely the best, man. Like
Is he over Big?
yeah, I'd have to put him over Big. Big will come in my top 10.
Top 10. Give me a top
Yeah,
five. Give me a top five.
top 5.
Yeah.
Are we talking like lyricism or just like
I'm just
overall
talking
like
about. I'm talking about like top five. Like if you had five people that you needed to listen to. Those are the only five people you can listen to for the rest of your life. Who's gonna be your top five?
ooh, Nas, Tupac? I'm just going from 1 to
Uh
5.
huh.
So Nas, then Tupac. Man. Whoa, that's a tough one right there. Nas, Tupac. I'm fighting right now for the third spot, man. Not like I want to put Big there, but I mean I like Method Man. I don't know Method
Method.
Man. Yeah, I got to put Method Man before Big, and then
What about Jay-Z?
I mean I don't know. Jay Z he make it up there, but I'm not really when Nas and Jay Z was beefing, I was on Nas
Oh,
side.
you
So
picked a side. You
and
picked a side.
then yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go
Okay.
with Nas, but then I gotta put 50 up there too, man. 50 and fifth,
Okay.
fifth place right there.
Okay. So we
50
got
up
so we
and fifth.
got so we got Nas, we got Method, we got 50, we got Big, and we got who else? Who the fifth?
Tupac.
Tupac.
You
Tupac.
got
Okay. That's
Nas, Tupac, Method, Big, and then 50.
okay. Okay. That's what's up, man. Hey, man. Hey, thank you for your time, Mike. Man, I really appreciate you, bro. And I'm looking forward to playing with you some more times, man. And if I see you, I'm probably gonna come to your table and try to take your money. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Look. I'm gonna be there starting next week. I'm gonna actually be full time at the Hard Rock. I'm gonna be mixing it up, so I definitely hop in some PLO with you, man.
Okay. All right, bro. Thank you again, bro. Have a blessed one.
No problem, man. You too.
All right.